Today I'll be showing you how to level up fast in Fortnite Season 5 so you can hit tier 100 and unlock the final version of the Mandalorian skin. So you will need about 7,570,000 XP to hit level 100, which equates to just about 80,000 XP a tier, with the exception of course the first couple of tiers where you need a little bit less. Now hitting that number isn't too difficult though. However, there are quite a few new changes to leveling up that's a little bit confusing at first, which we're going to dive into now. Now starting off, I'm going to show you all an overpowered XP route that you can do over at probably my favorite location of possibly all time, which is in fact the Orchard. Now after that I'll show you all the challenges and all the new season changes, but first of all, you probably want to see this because it's pretty amazing and you couldn't do this route until just now in the new season, considering they added Stark Industries and got rid of this location now. But now that it's back, it's actually pretty powerful. Now guys, if you want to learn how to level up fast, how to win in Fortnite, and all of the latest and hidden Fortnite Season 5 secrets, subscribe with notifications. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and if you did subscribe, we could hit it this very second, because after all, most of you aren't subscribed, so I'd really appreciate it a lot. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're actually gonna want to land over here by these cabbages, and we're gonna want to go and collect them. I know, but the thing about that is there are like a lot of these cabbages. I wanted to say hundreds, probably hundreds, I didn't count to be honest, but there are definitely a lot of cabbages around the map. You can get XP in just a couple of seconds, incredibly fast, like right now, almost to 1,000 XP. You can do this in 30 seconds of every game you play, incredibly easy. Okay, so this Cabbage Patch, it's nice, definitely a lot of XP, but it's nothing compared to what's later on, including right over here, we have apples. So you can go around, you can gather apples around the map. As you can see, there's an orchard right over here, same thing with right over here on that orchard. You can go around, collect apples, and get quite a bit of XP on top of those cabbages, and once again, just a couple of seconds. But you don't want to see me collect apples all day. Let's go on to something a little bit more interesting, which is actually right over here, which is another Cabbage Patch. Okay, there are players on both sides, so hopefully they don't come and shoot me. Either way, after those apples, after those cabbages, you can come over here, even more cabbages. Now, it's a little bit odd over here, because for some reason I can't pick them up. I'm not entirely sure why. It goes for all these cabbages, even this big cabbage over here. A little bit odd. Okay, this cabbage I can pick up. I hope Epic will fix this soon, because it's definitely nice for XP, but once they do, definitely come and stop by here. Same exact thing for the supermarket over here. Now, there are so many vegetables. Now, sadly enough, I can't pick them up. I have a feeling you will be able to later on in the season, because if you go over here and destroy this, you can actually see sometimes the bananas will fall out, not always the corn. So I'm feeling Epic is going to change this. I'm not entirely sure why, but as you can see, if they do, definitely a lot of XP. On top of right over here, you have this apple, this lone apple. Can't pick it up, which is just like the cabbages, but you should be able to pick them up for some reason. But once again, it does not stop there. Yep, you heard me right. After that, we're going to get some materials because it's a bit of a walk. It's not too far though. We're going to want to head over in this direction. And the reason for this is, as you can see, there are cornfields. And yeah, you can go around and destroy these cornfields. You want to destroy them one by one. If you don't feel like doing it manually, you can of course use cones and stuff. It's definitely pretty nice to do, but it's a little bit more confusing if you use cones. Why are we destroying these cornfields? I'm sure you're curious on exactly what we're doing here. Well, a matter of fact, the reason why is because, as you can see, corn spawn. So we can drop these cabbages because we have a lot of cabbages, you know, and we can't go around with cabbages. But these corns do spawn, and once again, you can get XP from picking them up. Of course, there are less corn than the cabbages, but still, there are a couple. Of course, 25-50 XP per corn. It's not the best in the world, but it definitely adds up over time. So if you want to come here, land, grab a couple of corn, it's definitely a pretty good idea considering how useful they are for later on in the round. So definitely just a nice area to get a couple thousand XP. The same thing is true right over here. There are even more corn patches. Now, I'm sure there are even more places around the map, so feel free to look yourself. A good website to use to find more of these forged items is Fortnite.gg, so I highly recommend checking that website out. If that's not enough for you, one more bonus thing you can do. I'm just improvising right now. I just noticed there's actually a safe house over here, so it's a good area to transition to for a good drop early on, so you can get lots of XP and lots of items when playing the game. That also means if we go over here, we can actually kill these henchmen. They have a lot of health. We can, of course, shake them down. I'm going to die here, but that's okay. You can get XP from doing that, which is definitely fairly nice. 100 XP, definitely a pretty nice bonus. What even is this? That's pretty interesting. Anyway, we have a lot to cover now, so sadly enough, we can't just goof around these henchmen all day. We should let them kill us. Come on. I know you can do it. You can hit me. I believe in you. Come on. Really? Really? What are you shooting at? They're like clone troopers. Aw, there you go. Took like 30 seconds, but you finally got me. I'm so proud of you, except now I'm kind of dead, which is a little bit sad. Now, starting off on the home screen, you may notice there isn't exactly a challenge tab. I clicked around for the life of me looking for a challenge table, and I just couldn't find one. It was a little bit sad. Either way, it's actually a little bit different. They're now called quests, and they're now over on the home screen. So you click on this, we have 3 different tabs. I was actually in collections, but the first of these, are of course your quests. Starting off, we have all of our quests. You can see what they are right now. These include XP quests and then skin quests for like the Mandalorian. But what we are interested today are the XP quests. In case you're curious, these are the skin quests over here, the special quests. Either way, XP quests. Now there are a lot, and this may overwhelm you at first, because it's a little bit confusing. Starting off, we have each different skins and stuff like that. Now, I was confused by this at first, but don't worry, it actually doesn't matter what skin it is, except for, of course, the special quest, the skin quest, stuff like that. So first off, we have the Mandalorian. These are our legendary quests, as you can tell through the yellow rarity. After that, we also have our purple quest, or our epic quest, as shown by, this anime skin, the Bandolier skin. Now, you may notice that these quests over here actually don't have times to them. Same thing with over here. These are our blue, our rare quests or something like that. This one is from the Outcast and wants us to catch fish. As you can see, there's by no means a timer to this one either. But going back up, there is a timer to our legendary quests, so I assume they might have a new one of these every 7 or 8 days. These aren't our weekly challenges, but there are in fact a timer to them. Then finally, after that, the final quests, they do have a timer to them. They're like our daily challenges. We get 3 of these every single day. And I believe if you complete them, you will also get even more challenges that don't give you quite as much XP, just like the quick challenges. Anyway, to make things a little bit more clear on exactly what these challenges are and what they mean, it's important to go into a game. Alright, so we're actually back in what looks to be the OG battle lobby or whatever, the OG loading lobby or something like that. Either way, it's very interesting. You can hit your map, of course, and you can see basically the same screen that we were at before. But more interestingly, is that a word? Interestingly? I'm going to use it. So more interestingly, we're going to hit escape, and we can actually go over here to our challenges. Yes, this tab is still in the game. Now, first of all, you can see this is a little bit more clear for you all. Starting off, we have, I guess, our missions. They are our week 1 epic quest. As you can see, discover name locations, shotgun eliminations. Okay, they seem pretty standard. There are actually 4 stages to them, so, there are a little bit more than just 2 missions here. Either way, we go back to our map, you can see these are the same exact ones as the Lexa. I guess that's the name of the skin. I call her the anime skin because she looks like an anime character. But we also have the Bandolier skin. Then you get 20,000 XP, but keep in mind there are multiple stages, therefore you can get lots of XP from these challenges, so you definitely do not want to skip out on them. Anyway, going back to our screen back right over here, hit challenges, there are also our legendary quests. We already covered these. As you can see, there are 5 of them versus only 1 of them that I did show you before. Now, the reason for this is because back over here, you can see there are 5 steps to this challenge. Where does it say that? Right here, 0 out of 5. He wants you to look for 5 bounties. Exactly what is he talking about? Well, this is what he's talking about. So as you can see right by my wood on the right hand side, I do have 40 gold bars. Now, what are they and how do you get them? Well, you can talk to these guys over here. You can use them for, as you can see, bounties. He wants me to eliminate a player. There we go. Give me this bounty right here. I now have to go and eliminate this nice little Slurpee guy. Now, it's actually kind of sad because now I have to go kill this guy, but okay. Anyway, I'm going to hit the map. As you can see, there's actually radar. He's in Coral Castle. This is the general area of where he is. And if I go and eliminate him, I do get golden bars. Either way, there are 5 different bounties, so of course 5 different steps to this legendary challenge. So once again, there's a little bit more to it than just, 1 challenge or something like that. Then finally, after that, we also have our quick challenges. I already covered these before. As you can see, collect a harpoon gun, deal damage, consume forge items. We go back over to our map right here. That is exactly what we have right here. They are our quick challenges. So of course, what I recommend you do, make sure to complete all your quick challenges every single day, because 30,000 XP a day from them, that's definitely not too bad. Then obviously, be sure to complete your epic, your weekly challenges, and your legendary challenges. It's not too hard, just complete your challenges, because they're actually worth a fair amount of XP. And you may notice one thing I actually didn't cover are these blue challenges. These are the rare challenges. They actually do pop up as you play the game, as you do things like bounties, but definitely be sure to complete them whenever they pop up. They do kind of seem to pop up at random, but regardless, they are pretty nice for getting XP, so you definitely don't want to miss out on them. There's no time limit or anything like that, so they're probably like your punch cards when you get them from just playing the game, so you can just sit down and try and grind them out and stuff. It seems like whenever you complete one or get close to completing one, a whole nother challenge will pop up. Alright, so we're actually back in another game right now, because we kind of landed in the water after looking at all those challenges. Either way, you may notice that, okay, so that's great and all for those XP for challenges, but there aren't any more punch cards, and if you remember my last videos on this, they give you like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 million XP. They were insane, and from my understanding, there aren't anything else other than these challenges. There are, of course, these collections here, but these collections just don't give you XP, and I'll show you a demonstration in just a minute. You also have your collection for fishing, but once again, I don't think they really give you any XP. So this means in this season, to level up quickly, you're going to need to take advantage of XP routes, which I'm going to show you right now. This also includes some ways to get XP while even being AFK. Don't worry guys, you want to stick around because trust me, just completing your challenges alone aren't going to be enough to hit level 100 this season. Alright, so where exactly are we landing? Well, we're going to land over at this island right over here. Now more specifically, we're going to want to head right around this corner and up past this thing over here. There is actually over here we have a fishing rod. This place has, you guessed it, 25 fishing holes. Now where is it on the map? It's actually right over here in the top corner. As you can see, I don't remember how to zoom in, they must have changed it this season, but it's right up here in the top of the map over north of Pleasant Park. I highly recommend you guys go land here because fishing you can get a lot of XP. It's actually insane. I'll have my editor throw up a map from the website Fortnite.gg of where all these fishing holes are. So if you want to level up, be sure to fish. You can get lots of good loot for winning a game. I made a whole video on that if you want to watch that video, and it's definitely not too bad of a way to get loot and of course to get XP. Okay, so on to the final strategy for what you can do to level up in Fortnite. Now we're on the home screen now, all these different modes you can go into. I think it's amazing. For this mode, your AFK XP glitch mode, you're going to want to go into a game where you can stay alive for a while, where you don't need to worry about dying, stuff like that. So of course you can't go to solos, duos, arena, anything like that, no LTMs. It actually is creative. Now, it's a little bit complicated, not really complicated. So what are you going to do here? Well, before I show you all that, I do want to remind you, if you want to learn how to level up fast, how to win, and latest and hidden Fortnite secrets, subscribe with notifications. Because remember, if you do subscribe, we can hit our goal for 50,000 by the end of the year. Well, fun fact about creative, if you're just playing the game, you can go into a mode just like this. You're playing around, Epic Games will say, hey, this person's playing, they deserve XP, and they'll give you about 6,000 XP or 30,000 XP supercharged every 15 minutes, which is definitely pretty nice, especially each game in creative can go on for upwards of 4 hours. So believe it or not, you can go back to the hub, get the XP on the hub, not doing anything. Yup, you just do nothing. You get XP, actually quite a few levels a day from just sitting on the home screen of the lobby. Now for a full guide on this, you can click the ad card down right here. It's a great video, I highly recommend you go watch it. But that is all here for now, and I'll see you all later.